This Texas Freedom Force members. I am Ramon. I am the Outreach Director of San Antonio.
My name is Brandon. I'm the president of This is Texas Freedom Force. We'd like to welcome you guys coming over to the Titff members only group. We have a members only group here in both Freedom Lake as well as MeWe. And we've got a few rules that we're going to go over, that same rules that we had when we had our Facebook group, but this just applies to a different site now. So we'll begin.
Rule number 1 is every article picture is has to be Texas related. No national politics, nothing from the national news has to be on there because we only cover Texas. Now there are some times that we'll have articles like the one I posted last night with Donald Trump being in the Valley. That's fine because the Valley is Texas. You just got to remember, anything that pertains to Texas, that's what we're going to put on our page.
Yes, this is Texas Freedom Force, is a nonprofit organization which works inside the great state of Texas. We do not travel outside of Texas. We do not deal with national politics or anything of that magnitude because we're worried about our home first. If we take care of our home first, then the national problem will solve itself. And that is if the other 49 take care of their home as well. So that being said, make sure that all your comments and your pictures and posts and stuff like that have a Texas connection into them, and to make sure that that it's relevant that you're putting onto the page, because we are opening up the group to have people comment on here. But if this is abused and a lot of national articles or pictures and stuff like that is happening, we will have to shut it back down.
Rule number 2, we have to be courteous to one another. TITFF, we are a big family. We're spread across the state of Texas, which means, it's nice to have debates about, on certain topics, but just be professional and just be courteous to one another. We might not see eye to eye politically or certain items and topics here in the state of Texas or amongst each other, but the thing is this: at the end of the day, we still need to get along with one another, because the fact is we rely on each other's memberships and we rely on each other's professionalism at the end of the day.
This is Texas Freedom Force covers a lot of area, all the way up from the Panhandle down to the Valley, from West Texas all the way out to East Texas. So there is going to be different points of views that come from different Texans. That's not a problem. The healthy debates and stuff like that is great. What we want to try to avoid is the name calling or putting somebody down, etc., because in the end we are all on the same team. Our enemy is the liberals, and those who are trying to destroy Texas and turn it blue are those that are trying to destroy Texas and bring socialism in here.
Rule number 3. We do not promote other organizations, or we do not promote other events that are going on. If TITFF is not part of it, we don't promote these. And I know I've had members that come up and ask me, are we going to go here, we're going to go there. Look, before you put anything on our page, ask the directors first. Because if we go to any of these events, we as directors are going to make a call. And it's nice to be informed about these, but we do not go to anything outside TITFF, because the fact is this: we are not concerned with a lot of things going on across the state. We have a motto, protect us all things Texas, and we also have a mission. Our mission is to protect our history and also the rights. Those are our primary priorities that we take care of at TITFF.
That's right. And each organization has their own, or should have their own, PR team that promotes their organization or promotes their events. We're not responsible for promoting other people's events or their organizations to our folks. We're here to make sure that TITFF grows because we are the ones fighting for Texas. We've been fighting for Texas since 2017. We're one of the most active nonprofit organizations, or I should say grassroots nonprofit organizations in the state of Texas. We are in the top 10 of being the largest grassroots nonprofit organization in Texas. And so therefore, we're only concerned with This Is Texas Freedom Force. Now, if there's something that you're interested in that you think that TITFF might get involved with, whether it be a rally that we might want to co-host or even just attend, you can go onto our webpage and go onto the members sign-up page, become a TITFF member at txfreedomforce.org. Go down to the bottom, and there's a set of phone numbers for myself, Ramon, and also for Randy. You can call us during business hours, which is Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. till 6 p.m. We do this because we don't want calls coming in after the time of 6 p.m. On the weekdays, and then of course weekends. That's family time. But again, don't post anything that is promoting another organization or promoting their event, etc. Because TITFF Board of Directors has to approve anything that comes by for us to promote an event or to promote another organization. And we do it from time to time. Open Carry Texas is one that we work with rather closely. And anytime that they ask for our assistance on a rally or to help them on a cause, then the board of directors makes a vote, and we agree to go ahead and move forward with it, and we help them out. So, make sure that you bring it through the board of directors first, because if you do post something up that's advertising an event or another organization, we're just going to delete it from the page completely. And if it becomes a problem, we will have to ban you from the page.
Next, we want to talk about any information we have on the members only page or a members group page. It stays there. We don't share with anybody. When it's time to share any information, we will share it. But anything on that members page is strictly for you members. That's why we have a members page. We don't invite the public in, because the fact is lots of information we have. When we ask for volunteers, we have rallies, we have events coming up. We don't want nobody to find out, especially because we have certain events coming up where the public or the people that we are having these events for do not want the public to attend. We do have events like that. So the thing is this: if we want to share something just with the members, it's strictly for you. And that's something we've always said. That's one thing we give you members. We get that extra incentive to be a member, is that you get first-hand information. It does not go out to the public unless we need it. But the thing is this: when we need y'all to come together, when we ask for volunteers, when we ask to, a call, guess what? It's y'all. It's the members, because you are in this with us and we trust you.
Absolutely. Everybody that is viewing this video or is inside this group has gone through a vetting process, whether you know it or not. We want our paying members to be able to have an incentive to be with the organization. And one of the main incentives is that we give you guys information that we don't release publicly. I know that here recently we haven't put out any information because there's nothing to put out just yet. But as time goes on, especially right now in the legislative session, you guys are going to be able to hear firsthand and see video of our talks between senators. And that's something that we won't necessarily put out to the public. Also, with the events like Ramon's talking, there are public and there are non-public rallies that TITFF holds. The non-public is none of the public's business, because you have to have a TITFF membership card even to get into the rallies or get into the event that we're hosting. A prime example is we had a huge what we call Freedom Fest that took place on the river. And we had a barbecue. We provided 3 meals a day for the public for an entire weekend. Everybody came out and brought in campers and tents and stuff, and we stayed, played horseshoes. We had games to win prizes, and slow cook some barbecue and some other stuff that it's just a good time for us all to get together. And most likely we'll be doing that again. We wanted to do it yearly, but due to COVID, we couldn't get in anywhere this past year. So that's why we say anything that goes on the members only page stays on the members only page. If it's public information that we want to share with everyone else outside of the TITFF members only groups, we'll put it on the public page. So you might see something that's posted on the members only page, And if you have any questions whether or not that can be shared or not, you need to go to the public page and check, because we'll mimic it if it can be put out to the public. If it's not, it's for your guys and your eyes only. And, again, that's part of being a TITFF member. Don't cheat yourself by disclosing information. Because if you do that, you're not only hurting yourself because you paid $40 to become a member of TITFF, and you're hurting the others that paid the money to become TITFF members. So, and you're hurting the cause, most of all. And that's, we have to be able to move on a dime. Don't think for a second that Antifa, the BLM, and some of these other liberal groups don't try to watch every move we make. We've caught them on Freedom Lake already. In fact, the admin had to ban some of them on Freedom Lake, because they are in there just to watch what we do and try to stay a step ahead of us. And in order for us to beat them, we have to stay 2 steps ahead of them. So therefore, when we say, don't share the information inside the members only page, we mean it. And failure to do so can get you thrown out of the members only page and or terminated as a TITFF member. So make sure that anything that's in the members page stays with you and not with anybody else. Rule number 4 is that we do not have any type of party affiliation, and we do not endorse or promote any other candidates, any political candidate out, whether they be from Texas or from Timbuktu. It doesn't matter. This is Texas Freedom Force. It is a nonprofit organization, so therefore it's required of us by law that we cannot endorse and we cannot promote any candidates. So we're not going to go out and tell you to vote for XYZ. We're not going to sit there and rah-rah somebody that's up for re-election, because we can't. Our focus needs to stay on their agendas, and we can go after the agendas. Let's say that Nuremberg and his unconstitutional curfew that he had is a prime example. We can attack Nuremberg because of his unconstitutional act, and that's what we keep it as. Whenever he runs for re-election, there's little that we can say about not voting for him, because we're a nonprofit organization. It's just that simple. So therefore, we can't have any type of pro candidate or pro vote for this person, vote for that person, or even vote for any parties. It just can't be done. And as far as our party affiliation, we are not Republicans or Democrats. We're Texans. And by God, we're going to act like Texans. And that means that if a Republican is screwing up just as bad as a lot of these Democrats that have been doing, guess what? We're going to call them out. And if a Democrat's out there screwing up, which they usually do, we're going to call them out as well. We're constitutionalists. I always tell people, our allegiance is not to a political party, and nor should yours be either. Our allegiance is to liberty, freedom, our God-given rights, Texas, and the Constitution. And that's where you need to stay, because both parties can act like asses sometime.
If you look at our past, you'll see that we have put out Democrats as well as Republicans when they try to harm Texas. Remember, this is Texas Freedom Force. We don't care who you are. If you're a politician on the red side or the blue side, if you're going to harm our Texas history, we're going to call you out, which we've done that plenty of times. So basically, always remember that. We're here to protect Texas, and that includes those politicians out there that want to destroy our history. We're going to let you know who they are. Just like some politicians that do support this Texas Freedom Force and do stand by our side, we'll let you know as well too. We won't tell you to go and vote for them, but we'll tell you who they are, just so you are aware of it, because at the end of the day, you need to do your own education on these folks as well.
That's right. And I'll add just one last thing, is that we do lay out the facts for you guys to make your own decisions. We tell you who is doing something that is positive for Texas and who is doing negative for Texas. But we're not going to go as far as telling you who to vote for. That's up to you. It's for you to make your own educated decision, just like Ramon said. So pay attention to what we're posting out there, so that way you know what's going on. I'll give you one prime example before we end this part of the video. Dan Crenshaw. A lot of y'all had asked me, they said, what did Dan Crenshaw do whenever we went out and said that Dan Crenshaw is bad for Texas? Well, Dan Crenshaw supports red flag laws. Dan Crenshaw goes and he calls out Cruz for Ted Cruz for trying to get to the bottom of the facts when it came to the voting fraud that's going on, just asking for a committee. That kind of stuff right there is what Dan Crenshaw does. And if you don't believe me, our Titff Houston director, Randy, went up to one of the meetings that Dan Crenshaw had. It was an Ask Me Anything type meeting. They tried to videotape and ask him why he supported red flag laws. And his wife slapped the phone out of Randy's hand because they knew that we were basically getting him on tape saying something that he shouldn't be saying. But that's the way he feels. Also, Dan Crenshaw voted to remove a monument. He's not for keeping all our monuments. He thinks that some of the Confederate monuments are wrong, which is a belief that we absolutely have a crossroads with him on. So therefore, we'll let you guys know where these guys stand, but it's up to you to make your decision whether or not you're going to vote for them or not.
Now I want to talk about where we get our shirts from. Many of y'all know all you got to go is to our website, txfreedomforce.org. We've got different types of shirts there. We got all types of sizes too. Not only that, we have our decals up for sale too. I know some of you folks out there are asking for decals, extra decals and whatnot on top of what you get on your membership packet. They're there for sale too. Not only that, what I want to strongly suggest to all our members, pass the word. Let everybody know who we are and wear your shirts with pride. You just don't have to wear them when we go to rallies and whatnot. That's why we got different styles and different types. Folks, recruit people when you can. This is how we grow, and this is how we're going to stay strong. We need everybody's support out there. But just remember, if you have any questions, just get with one of the directors. There's plenty of us out there.
Yeah, and you can go on to the store, which is on our website again at txfreedomforce.org, and just go under the TITFF gear and t-shirts page on there, and there's 4 different designs. We add new designs often, and so there will be new designs that will come available here in 2021 for you guys. Also, if you pay attention to the members page, we put promo codes out from time to time that gives you a sale. We just had one where there was $2 off of anything that you purchase there. The decals, which are vinyl decals, and they're indoor, outdoor use, so you can put one on your vehicle and it stays good. The sun's not going to affect it or anything like that. Those just became up for sale here recently on our website. You can purchase those as well. Also, for This Is Texas Freedom Force members, you can get an extra patch, but patches have to be bought in person at a TITFF rally or event. If you are looking to buy an extra patch, let's say that you're wearing one on your hat, but you'd like to have one on your gear when you're out and about, you can easily just come up to myself or Ramon and ask us at any event, I'd like to buy an extra patch, and we'll give you one. The patches are $10, and we just don't want those getting in the hands of people that are non-members. So make sure that if you're buying them, you're buying them for yourself, because that's one of the ways that we identify all of our members. And to add one last thing on there, we wear different style t-shirts to different things. Whenever we're doing Alamo rallies and stuff like that, we wear our Alamo shirts. When we go up to the Capitol, we wear the shirt you see, which is the TITFF organizational t-shirts. So we do wear these t-shirts and ask our members to come out in different t-shirts to different events, depending on the event. Most of the time we'll tell you any of the 4 t-shirts is just fine to wear, but there are certain events that we do ask that our members wear a specific shirt. And the reason is just like with the Capitol. For the last 2 legislative sessions, we've been up at the Capitol and we've seen Mad Mommies, or Mom Demand Action, up there, and they all wear the same red shirt together, and they run around, and it makes them look bigger than what they actually are. It makes their crowd, look like they've got a lot of people. What is probably 40 people looks like 100 because they have all their shirts on. They're all matching. And so we wanted to do the same thing. That's why we wear these t-shirts when we're there. Not only that, but they're also professional looking. And it helps you out, especially in the Capitol when we're working on the Monument Protection Bill. these senators and these House members, they recognize the TITFF logo. We can't go anywhere in Texas without somebody recognizing the TITFF logo, especially whenever we're driving down to with the mobile command unit out to North Texas or something like that. There's always somebody that stops us at the gas station or passes by us and honks and thumbs up and this and that. So it's a very well-known organization across Texas, and therefore wear your shirts with pride. And like Ramon said, wear them everywhere. Promote them. Ask your friends and family to buy one. All the revenue that TITFF gets is gone. It goes towards our cause. It doesn't get paid. And Ramon doesn't get paid a dime. I don't get paid a dime. No director, no member, no one gets paid a dime. We do this on our own time because we believe in our own cause. We don't have to collect a paycheck in order to work for TITFF. We do it because we believe in the cause. And so any money that you spend on t-shirts or your friends or family spend on t-shirts helps go towards the cause to help us out to get better and better and more effective at what we're doing. The mobile command unit is a prime example. We had a big need to have a mobile command unit that ran all of our comms and ran a triage area for medical and all that other stuff in the field because our security and medical teams are always working. Now we have that mobile command unit. We're able to pull it out to any one of our rallies and to basically have that capability of cameras, being able to see stuff around, being able to go 15, 16 miles without any kind of problems with the radios. So make sure that you're telling friends and family to come in and help us out because every dime that you do is a step towards making Texas greater again. So if you're watching this video, I wanted to tell you guys, if you have not done this, please do this. We have an SMS system, which is something that a lot of organizations don't have here in Texas. And that is it's a short messaging system. It's a one-way messaging system, so if we have something important, we can post something from one of our computers, one of the directors can, and it can go out to each individual member that is signed up on our SMS system. So make sure that if you're not signed up on the SMS system, it's real simple to do. You just pick up your phone and act like you're texting, but text to the number 474747, and then text the keyword TITFF. Now this might change in the near future because there's been some laws that have gone into place to where I'm not exactly sure how it's going to affect us. I'm still reading up on some of this stuff. But if it does, we'll let you guys know. We'll have another keyword to use, etc. But to give you an example, when the Alamo stuff was taking place, we were shooting SMS messages out to all of our members so that they knew. And that's how you can find out. If, let's say tonight, the BLM is going to attack the Alamo. Nobody knew about it until about 5 minutes ago. We find out about it and put that message out to you. Well, within 2 minutes, you get that message and you can respond. And we would put, meet at this location and we're going back to take back the Alamo. That's the kind of benefit it is to have an SMS system. So make sure, again, that you text the keyword TITFF to the number 474747, and that is for members only. That is not for the general public because we do pay for this service, and if we find somebody that's number that doesn't match up with a member's number, we ban that person, and if we find out who gave them that information, we will ban that person as well.
This is Texas Freedom Force, has multiple media pages out there.
Our social media pages are on MeWe. We were on Parler, and if Parler returns, we'll be back on there. Freedom Lake, Twitter, and YouTube. Make sure that you like us on any one of these pages. We also have members-only group on Freedom Lake as well as MeWe. Now, I will say this. What's on one public page is going to be on every public page. So if a director goes in and posts an article about Greg Abbott resigning tomorrow or something like that, one of the other directors or myself will pick that message up and we will basically copy and paste it to every single message or every single site across the board so that you're getting the same information as you were getting on the other site. The reason that we're doing this is obviously because Facebook, and when they banned us, over 60-something thousand supporters and followers that we had on there, and they just decided that we were banned because we weren't left-wing idiots like the rest of them. We don't support socialism. So they removed us from there. We learned a tough lesson then, and that is that we need to make sure that we are on multiple social media sites. So in case one goes down, we've got multiple others that are out there to be able to bring you guys the information that you need to hear from us. As far as the member only groups and MeWe and Freedom Lake, the same thing applies. If one of the directors posts something to one of the groups, I'll pick it up and I'll share it to both of those groups. Same with if I post a message on Freedom Lake, I'm going to copy and paste it onto MeWe so that you guys are in the loop. So don't worry about, that you have to find a little bit out here and a little bit out there. That's not the way it happens. We put the exact same message up on all the sites. The one thing I will ask you guys to please do is if you haven't gone and subscribed to our YouTube channel, please go subscribe to our YouTube channel. We have to get 1,000 followers in order to start doing live videos. And we're at 678 or 79 or something like that. So we need about 300 more people to go in and subscribe to us so that way we can turn around and do live videos when we're out at the rallies, etc. It's great to be able to post videos from the rally after the fact, but it's a lot better whenever you do it live. I mean, most of y'all sat back and watched what happened at the Alamo because of the live videos that we were putting out on Facebook during that time. Unfortunately, because of the devices that we're using on Freedom Lake, we don't have that option to do a live video. So therefore, we have to rely on YouTube right now at this point in time. We're looking for other sources as well that will be able to help us out with live videos, but it helps get the message out to others right then and there. And everybody likes to watch a live video, especially whenever you're doing something very important like Titff has done in the past.
Hello, this Titff. Oh, already get started.
3, 2, 1. You're not supposed to be laughing.
Yeah, damn you. Number 2, having respect with one another. This is Texas Freedom Force. We're one big family. We're scattered all across the state of Texas. It's good to have good topics that we might have. Rule number 4: we do not promote. Just having a hard time.
Those that are trying to destroy Texas and bring socialism in here. This is that's our clear enemy. Shit, dogs. All right, this damn sleeve, man. I'm telling you.